Good. So I have two stories for you. And they come from not from Taiwan, from Thailand. From Thailand. So the first story is about the king. Not the current king, you have to be very careful what you say about the current king in Thailand. But a long time ago, the king in Thailand, he was going to sail up the river from Bangkok. Bangkok is the capital city of Thailand. He was going to sail upriver to a temple because the following morning at sunrise, he was going to make a special ceremony. Now the king's boat, the royal barge, it's a very long, narrow boat, a bit like a dragon boat. In fact, there is a dragon's head on the front. But this boat doesn't have a little no. There are 48 men, 24 on this side and 24 on this side, and they are paddling. Okay? So they are paddling, and the king, he sits in the middle of the boat under a canopy that is on 4 big pillars. And the king sits there with his royal advisors. These are the wise, clever people. So the boatmen are rowing. And it's very hard work because the river is flowing this way and the boat is going this way. And when you are a royal boatman, you don't wear shorts and short sleeve. You wear very big, thick clothes. So as they are paddling, they begin to sweat. And as one of the boatmen at the back of the boat is rowing, and he sees the king who sat down with his advisors. And they're laughing there, drinking their ice lemon tea. And the boatman, he says to his friend who sat rowing here, he says, "It's not fair. Aren't we all human beings? And yet, who does all the work? Is it the boatman or is it the royal advisors? Who do you think does the work?" Boatman, you're right. And yet, he says, who gets paid all the money? Is it the boatman or is it the advisors? Who do you think gets paid the most money? The advisor, you're right. It's not fair. Now, because he was angry, the king heard. And he looked around to see who was angry. But he didn't say anything. And the men rowed, and they rowed, and finally they came to the temple. Now the temple was high up on a cliff, and the boat was down here in the river. So the boatmen, they got out, they had their lunch, and then they were so tired, they just stretched out beside the river and were soon. The king, he had his dinner, and he went to sleep. But before he fell asleep, he heard a sound. He came out from his tent, and he walked along the row of boatmen where they were sleeping to find the one who had been complaining. He said, "But I heard a sound coming from the temple. Please, go and find out." So the monk said, "Yes, Your Majesty." And he ran up that steep and winding path. And then he ran to the temple to see what was making noise. Then he ran all the way back. He came down that winding path, all the way back down to the king. And he said, Your Majesty, there are some dogs in the temple. They were barking. That's what was making the noise. And the king said, Oh, some dogs. Yes, Your Majesty. I see. How many dogs? And the boatman said, How many dogs are in the temple? I don't know. Please, said the king, go and find out. Yes, Your Majesty. So again, he turned, he went up the hill, he ran up the hill, he ran all the way along to the temple. Then he came back down the hill, ran down until he got to the king and said, Your Majesty, there are 5 dogs. 5, said the king. What colour are the dogs? What colour are the dogs? They're, I don't know. Please, said the king, go and find out. Yes, Your Majesty. So he went, he did not run. He climbed up the hill. He went to the temple. Then he came back down that winding path, back down to the king's. Your Majesty, there are 2 black, 2 white, and 1 little dog that is black and white. And the king said, Oh, very good, very good. Are they male or female? What? I don't know. Please, said the king. Yes, sir. And again, he went up. He went to the temple. And he came back to the king and he said, Your Majesty, there are 2 male and 3 female. Now he was wondering, what is the king going to say now? But the king said, You may sit. And the man sat down. The king. And immediately his royal advisor, Ryan, came out and said, Your Majesty, how can I help you? And the king said, I heard a sound from the temple. Will you please go and find out what was making the sound? And so the royal advisor went up, he went to the temple. When he came back, he said, Your Majesty, there are some dogs in the temple. They were barking. Said the king. How many dogs? And the advisor said, 5. And what colour are they? And the advisor said, 2 black, 2 white, and 1 little puppy that is black and white. I see. And are they male or female? And the advisor said, 2 male and 3 female. And the advisor said, the monks keep the dogs in the temple because the dogs bark. And immediately the monks know that they have guests coming and they can go and say, Hi, welcome. And the king turned to the boatman and said, You had to go 4 times to the temple to find out what I wanted to know. But my royal advisor went only once. And what was more, the advisor found out why there are dogs in the temple, which I had not thought to ask. And that is why some people are royal advisors and some people are both. And my question to you is, this semester, when you're teaching boatman, or will you be a royal advisor? Do we have boatmen or advisors here? Maybe the teachers can tell me. Do we have boatmen or do we have advisors? Very good. Okay. So, one more story. Also from Thailand. Very good. In Thailand, the men, the boys, when they grow up, okay, they have to go and spend time at the temple to become good Buddhist people. And this one particular temple, very old temple, even older than me, had a very famous man in charge, the abbot. We call him an abbot, number one in the temple. And one day he called together all the young men and he said, this temple is very old. The roof is leaking, the walls are shaking. We need money, a lot of money, to save this old building. But I need you all months to go and get money. Tonight, he said, tonight will be very dark. No moon. I want you, each and every single one of you, to go to the town and to steal something valuable so that we can use the money to save the temple. And the monks were shocked. What? He wants us to steal. Is stealing a good thing? Is stealing a good thing? No, it's not. But then one monk said, wait. We're not stealing for ourselves. We are stealing the money to save this beautiful building. And another one said, and the abbot, he's our teacher. And if our teachers tell us to do something, we should do it. And so one by one they said, okay. And they went away to think how they could steal the money. Until there was only one young man said. And finally, the abbot came out and said, why are you here? Why are you not thinking how to steal the money? And the young man said, I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot do it. What? Because, he said, you told us you must not let anyone see you steal. Right? Because if someone sees you steal, our reputation will be ruined, will be spoiled. And the monk said, yes, and I told you tonight there is no moon. It will be completely dark, no one will see you. And the young man said, true, but I will see. I will know that I am a thief. And when the abbot heard that, he smiled and said, well done. You are the one student who understands. Now please, go and tell everybody and stop them before they go and steal something, do something silly. That is important. I will see.